This is a Hutch Post podcast news update.
After the decision following a public hearing Monday by the Reno County Planning Commission to send the Board of County Commissioners a recommendation not to ban solar in the zoned areas of Reno County, the Board of County Commissioners is going to give itself some time to look at the record before making a final decision. The board plans to have a study session on the solar topic on September 11th and then an agenda item on that same topic on September 25th. The board wanted to have both Public Works Director Don Britton and County Planner Mark Vonachin available for questions, and both are not available either one meeting day or the other in August, so the commission is pushing the decision out to give itself more time to read the record as entered at the Planning Commission and then hash it out through September. 3 newly freed Americans are back on U.S. soil after a landmark prisoner exchange with Russia. Journalist Evan Gershkovich, corporate security executive Paul Whelan, and Alsu Kermasheva, a journalist with dual U.S.-Russia citizenship, arrived at Joint Base Andrews in Maryland shortly before midnight Thursday for a reunion with their families. President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris were there to greet them. They continued to a Texas military base for medical evaluations early Friday. They were part of the biggest U.S.-Russian prisoner swap in post-Soviet history that officials say set 24 people free. The trade follows years of back-channel negotiations despite relations between Washington and Moscow being at their lowest point since the Cold War. A Wichita firefighter injured in a fire on Thursday has died, according to Wichita Fire Chief Tammy Snow. Just after 3 p.m. Thursday, crews responded to a fire at a home in the 9800 block of South Laura near Hayesville after a driver on the Kansas Turnpike reported the fire to 911. The firefighter that died was the only reported injury. A reminder, the boys and girls clubs of Hutchinson and young professionals of Reno County are looking forward to adult recess. That is tonight, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Shattuck Park. It's an evening you won't want to miss. Sponsored by the First National Bank of Hutchinson with beverages provided by City Beverage. Adult Recess will transport you back to the carefree days of recess with a twist of adult flair. They're going to have that event at Shattuck Park, 600 West 2nd. Participants will enjoy a variety of games reminiscent of childhood recess, along with snacks and a selection of adult beverages. This event is a perfect opportunity to let loose, socialize, and support a wonderful cause. All proceeds from adult recess will benefit boys and girls clubs of Hutchinson. You can get tickets at the event, but you do need to bring exact change. YP members are $40 to go tonight. Non-YP members are $50. Hezbollah's leader warned that the militant group's conflict with Israel has entered a new phase. He made the comments on Thursday following the killing of a top Hezbollah commander in Beirut, and Hamas's political chief in Tehran, Hassan Nasrallah, spoke to a funeral ceremony for the commander, Fouad Shakur, who was killed in an Israeli strike in Beirut this week. In Tehran, Iran's supreme leader prayed over the body of Ismail Haniyeh, the Hamas leader. Iran has vowed revenge for the killing of Haniyeh in a blast believed to have been carried out by Israel. The killings have raised fears of a wider war. The Israeli military confirms that Mohammed Daif died as well back in July in Gaza. That comes a day after the assassination of Hamas's political chief in an airstrike in Iran. The killings have left U.S., Qatari, and Egyptian mediators scrambling to salvage talks for a ceasefire deal in Gaza. When you're away from your radio, hear the latest newscasts, sports, and more on demand with the podcast page at HutchPost.com.